Now here's another fairly simple snowman for those of you that use rounds, and I have an option added in this one that involves glue dots. I've got a pair of glue dots here. We'll set those aside, and this is where that option with the glue dots will give him a carrot nose. This is a 1/6 that I've reverse inflated about 3 or 4 inches. We'll come back to that. I've got a gray 160 with about a 5 or 6 inch tail uninflated, a red 160 also with about a 5 or 6 inch tail uninflated, a gray 360, and I've blown up about 6 or 7 inches of it. We're not even going to use all of that. And then an 11-inch round in white that I've blown up to about 8 or 9 inches. Again, the gray, I know you normally think of Santa hats in black, but with the black backdrop this shows up better. This is a slightly different option for hat than we did on the other snowman, so this will give you some variety. We're going to start again with a tulip twist here. A deep tulip twist, but this is where it differs from the other. Once we make our tulip twist, we're going to take and pop off the excess and then tie this loose end around the base, making sure the knot is captured in that knot so it won't come undone. Now we're going to take our 11-inch round and I'm going to take the tail end of the gray here that's sticking out and tie it to the nozzle on the top of the white, securing them together. And then we're going to set that aside and come back to it in a moment, because I need to make a scarf, and it's much easier to make the scarf before we twist our round, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a moment. So for your scarf, what we're going to do is we're going to take and twist about a 5 or 6 inch bubble, put a pinch twist in it, and we're going to hold it right there for a minute. Are you confused yet? You should be, but that's okay. Now we're going to come back to our round, and you'll see why, because I won't have extra fingers to do that once I'm holding this round. Because we're going to take our round and work it soft, and then twist off about the top 1/4 to 1/3 of it and twist it into 2 bubbles. This is going to be our snowman. Now at this point, if I let go of this, obviously it's going to come undone, which is why I went ahead and pre-twisted the pinch twist in our red scarf. So wrap that around, and then once the red, or you don't want it too tight, you want it tight enough to hold it, but you don't want it pulling up inside there too much. Then take the red and lock it in where you get to that pinch twist there, just like that. Now it's locked into place. And then you want another bubble the same size as this first one on the red. See the 2 there. Trim off that excess. Let's tie this off. See, now we have the scarf for our snowman. And you can see the snowman beginning to take shape. Now we can finish his hat. I'm going to take the nozzle of my gray 160 and twist it around the base of that a couple times to secure it there. Now what I want to do here is I'm going to make a very small bubble, and I want this bubble to be less than the width of that 360. It doesn't need to extend past this. And then I'm going to take and make a little small bubble here on the back and make that into a pinch twist, just like that. And then I'm going to take this gray 160 and wrap it around sort of loosely so it sits on top of it until I come back to that pinch twist, and then twist it into that pinch twist. Now if you wanted, you could stop there, but I like a wider brim, so once I've got it on there once, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around there again and make sure it stays a little snug so it'll kind of grip that first layer and stay with it. And again, when you come back to that pinch twist in the back, twist it into that pinch twist. Then any excess, pop it off. Go ahead and tie it. Tuck it up in there. Now let's level it out a little bit. Now you can see how that second layer gives him a much fuller hat. Turn his head. So that pinch twist in the back. Now if you wanted, you could stop there and draw your facial features on your snowman, and it would work just fine. Or you can take and add a 3D nose. This is different than our other one that we did because we don't have anything to tuck it into. So I'm going to take my little scrap of 1/6 that I've got the end of it here, and I'm going to twist off however long my nose, about 1.5 inches, no more than 2 inches. Then I'm going to make a little small tiny bubble and make that a pinch twist. One more, I want 2 of those, 2 pinch twists on there. And then any excess we're going to trim off. tie that off. And now once I've got those on there, then I'm going to take my glue dots. Probably can't see them on the camera very well, but there are two little tiny dots of glue on this wax paper. They're called glue dots. You can buy them. A lot of balloon suppliers carry them. T. Myers carry some. Craft stores. I got these at either Joann's or Hobby Lobby's. I don't remember which. Now I've got my glue dot stuck to my nose, and I'm going to take and position my nose and stick it on there. So now you get a little 3D carrot nose, just like that. And then you can draw the rest of your features on. And you have a really cute little snowman.